The Sonic 3 trailer just dropped, and wow, there is a lot to unpack in this trailer, so let's waste no time and get straight into it. So as soon as the trailer starts, you have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles just running around in London. Sonic does run up a bridge, which imitates this scene from Sonic Adventure 2, kind of. As well, you see Knuckles using his Flames of Disaster from the Knuckles show. Then we see Tom and Sonic back in Sonic's cave, looking at a painting of him and Longclaw. You can also see the loop-de-loop there. And Tom tells Sonic, "You finally found your family." Just basically saying that he's proud, which could be important for the story later. Then we see Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles basically just racing through the woods. You can barely see Knuckles through there, but it looks like they're just having a little fun race. Then we get to what looks like Prison Island, where they have Shadow and is being guarded by Gun. You can see by this guy's jacket. Then you can see his heart rate to show that he's waking up. Then he busts out of his containment cell, and he basically just takes a step forward. And you can see the CGI on this movie is an instant improvement. You can tell that he's all wet, and his fur just looks great, and everything looks insane improvement. Then back to Sonic, and he's walking around in this laboratory room, and he could be looking for answers about Shadow. Then we get to this scene of Maria and Shadow with their hands up to the glass to show how close they were before, you know. Then we see Team Sonic getting ready to race. This race is broken up into many shots, but yeah, it's there. You can see Tom and Maddie waving a flag, and they all run off into the woods. Then you can see Shadow looking into a shattered mirror to show his shattered past. Then you can see what looks like Shadow and Gerald kneeled over top of Maria's body, as well as gun soldiers surrounding them and some flames in the background. Then we see a helicopter flying into Tokyo, with Team Sonic and Tails as the pilot, with Sonic asking, "How do we find Shadow?" Then a giant explosion goes off, and they decide they should start there. Then Team Sonic jumps out of the helicopter, referencing City Escape. They all fly through the air and land with a dynamic pose, where Shadow walks up to them and towering over them in a night city. Sound familiar? Then Knuckles says he is far more impressive than the Hedgehog I fought previously, obviously talking about Sonic, which Sonic gets offended by. Then Shadow says,
"You're a colorful bunch."
And we get to hear Keanu Reeves as Shadow for the first time, and he did an amazing job. He only speaks a few times throughout the trailer, but he does great. Then Sonic says, "We don't want to fight you," and Knuckles follows up with, "Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight." So Knuckles completely underestimated Shadow and gets absolutely whooped by him. After drop kicking him into the air, Shadow takes out Tails with one hit, and then flies up with Sonic and absolutely slams him to the ground. Also, we get his first look at his Chaos powers, which look great. But man, poor Tails. Then this giant machine comes out of the water. It looks like the one from Sonic Frontiers, but it also could be the Space Colony arc. We really don't know. Then we see Shadow using his air shoes on water, running away from Prison Island. With the lightning in the background and everything, this has gotta be my favorite shot from the whole trailer. Then we see Shadow destroying every gun soldier in his path. We got something similar to this with the opening of the Shadow game, as well in Project Shadow, the fan short film. But yeah, it's overall just really cool. Then we see Tom in a gun uniform. I think he's trying to infiltrate it. I don't think he got hired by Gun or anything. But he's on the ground and he screams Sonic, followed by a punch from Shadow. So Shadow could kill Tom, which I'll talk about more later in the trailer. At this point, we see our heroes tied up, and everyone's saying, "Look, it's Amy. She's sitting right there. She's in the movie." That is Knuckles. I know he may look a little pink, but that is Knuckles. Okay? Okay. Also, you can see some kind of black hole just sucking everything in. This could be Shadow, I'm not sure. Then we see Team Sonic looking very sad outside what looks like could be a hospital. Like I said, the death of Tom maybe. Don't take that as a fact. We'll get to that later. Then this giant crab robot comes. Obviously, this is a reference to crab meat. And there is a motorcycle and someone in front of it. I'm assuming this is Agent Stone, but I'm not sure. Then Tails, who is looking very worried, says, "This is a bad idea." To which Sonic, who is looking very angry, replies, "When has that ever stopped me?" Also, over top the crab scene, you can hear Sonic saying, "He's too powerful, we need you-know-who." Which is Eggman, who is now fat. Knuckles says, "This is sad, Robotnik, even for you." We also see Agent Stone. Sonic says, "We need your help," and Eggman says under one condition, to where Sonic hands him one of his quills, and he licks it like he always does. Then he gets a fresh haircut and cleaned up by Agent Stone, gets the classic suit, and he has a new game-accurate design. Then Sonic and Eggman, who are now teamed up, step through a ring, which could be Green Hills. It's really hard to tell. Then we see Shadow running with his air shoes again, running on what could be a building, but you also see kind of a road there, so it could be like a loop, like Radical Highway, as well as all the lights in Tokyo going out, as well as another shot of Shadow. And man, every shot of Shadow in this trailer I absolutely love. They're all perfect. Then we have Shadow using Chaos Control on the Dark Rider. This movie is going to be amazing. He almost crushes Sonic with it.
Wait.
Then they both just kind of fly down the road. Also on the motorcycle, you can see the GUN logo. But wow, this shot is everything. It's also the one that was probably shown at the CinemaCon teaser. Then you can see Sonic, Tails, Knuckles running down the road, probably towards Shadow on his bike. Then you can see Tails do a front flip from a ship that looks like the one we saw earlier, most likely. Also around here is when you hear the dramatic remix of Live and Learn in the background. Then there's a quick shot of Eggman and Team Sonic at a restaurant, which is a Chow-themed restaurant. You see inflatables of a Chow and a big Chow statue. I'm not sure if there will be actual Chow, most likely, or else how would they even know that the Chow exists? Also, there's someone there that could be Tom, I'm not sure. But yeah, the Chow are really cool that they're actually in the movies now. Kind of. Then they get a close-up of Sonic and Shadow, and Sonic says, "What did you do?" very angrily.
What did you do?
And Shadow said,
What I had to.
So I assume Shadow killed Tom. Sonic finds out and said, "What did you do?" And Shadow replies, "What I had to." So yeah, that's my most likely guess, but I have no idea. Then Shadow does the sickest Akira slide note to man. I mean, seriously, this shot is also amazing. Then we get a final clash of the two, which was also described in the CinemaCon teaser, and then we get the logo. And then after the logo, we see Gerald and Robotnik. Gerald says, "Welcome home, my boy." Eggman says, "It couldn't be, it's impossible." But then Eggman realizes this is real, and then they hug, and that's it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my trailer breakdown. If you guys did enjoy, please consider liking and subscribing because this video took a while. But yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace, goodbye.